allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Costa?
Present.
Trustee Caprio?
Present.
Trustee Rogers?
Present.
Trustee Suisse?
Present.
Trustee Nancy
Present.
Trustee Varian? Mayor Yurkich?
Present.
Mayor, can I check the recording clerk briefly?
It works. Oh.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of November 22nd, 2016 Village Board meeting?
So moved.
Trustee
Second.
Caprio. Trustee Troiki. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
I'm gonna abstain.
Okay. Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of November 30th, 2016 Village Board meeting? So moved. Trustee Costa.
I'll second.
Trustee Suisse. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
I'm gonna abstain.
Okay. Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve the accounts payable for the period of November 25th, 2016 through December 15th, 2016?
I so move.
Trustee Suisse. Second. Trustee Costa. Is there any discussion? Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Nancy
Aye.
Okay, next would be reports and communication from the mayor, trustees, and officers. First off, in an effort to keep residents safe and streets clear during the winter months, the Village of Homer Glen would like to remind residents of parking regulations during and after snowfall. Per ordinance number 08-006, no person or entity shall park or cost a permit to be parked on any street or road within the village. Any motor vehicle within a 12-hour period immediately following a snowfall of 2 inches or more, unless the street or road in question has been cleared of snow. The only exceptions to the parking ordinance are emergency vehicles, law enforcement, snow removal vehicles parked while in the performance of its duties. For more information, please call the village hall. Thank you to everyone who came out to the village's annual tree lighting ceremony on December 2nd here at the Village Hall in Heritage Park. The 10th annual event was a huge success, and everyone enjoyed the holiday music from the Providence High School and a special visit from Santa. Thank you to all the volunteers and those who attended the event. Special board meeting will be held this coming Monday, December 19th at 7 p.m. to have a workshop discussion on Heritage Park. And regular village board meeting scheduled for Wednesday, December 28th, 2016 is canceled for the holidays. So this will actually be the last village board of this year. So we wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll start with trustees. Trustee Troiki.
The only thing I have is the Parks and Rec meeting on Monday, December 19th is canceled.
Okay. Trustee Costa.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a reminder to all the residents, saying a little bit more with the mayor said about the snow. With the snow we've had and what we have coming here in this next week and for the rest of the winter, just a reminder, do not shovel your snow or blow your snow into the streets. That does cause a safety hazard. So please, if you're going to shovel or blow the snow, put it on the side of the parkway. And also just let me wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Costa. Trustee Rogers.
I have nothing to report.
Thank you. Trustee Suisse.
No report this evening, Mayor.
Okay.
But I would like to wish everybody a nice Christmas and a good New Year.
And Trustee Caprio.
No report, Mayor. Thank you, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year as well.
Okay. Is there any Report from the treasurer.
Yes, Mayor, I have the Treasurer's Report on Cash and Investments at November 30th. It's the 7th month of fiscal 2017. It shows the general fund with a balance of $5,491,312.57. The Special Event Fund had a balance of $74,574.08. The Environmental Fund had a balance of $72,530.90. The Motor Fuel Tax Fund had a balance of $3,337,827.66. The Park and Recreation Fund had a cash and investment balance of $2,672,501.10. Debt Service Fund had a balance of $2,647,479.71. And the Capital Project Fund had a balance of $1,255,949.26. The EAB Tree Replacement Fund had a balance of $453,676.83. And the last fund is the Capital Project Bond Fund. It had a balance of $15,049,401.31 for a grand total, all funds, $31,055,553.42. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, John. Any questions? Okay. Village clerk.
No report.
Village attorney.
No report. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Public safety officials.
No report.
Village manager.
No report, Mayor.
Okay. Next would be public comments. If you could please limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Gabriella Hanson, did you want to, are you up for your place being on the agenda? You don't want to talk?
No, is that on the, is it sign-in?
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. We'll have you come up when it's, when we're on yours. J.D. Isaac?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was supposed to sign it.
Okay, no problem. Donna McCarthy? Or McCarthy?
Yeah.
Same thing?
You just signed it.
Yeah, sign it.
Okay.
That's what you want to talk.
John, I know you're going to talk.
He just wants to say Merry Christmas.
He's going to sing for us.
Oh, yeah, Merry Christmas. I had spoke with the library, placing ads for business and trying to communicate with people to get more people to come to our library here in Homer. And I had mentioned about her putting her property tax increase paperwork and that, but she puts that in the Joliet Herald. I had talked to her about it. She gave me nothing other than, well, that's what I've been doing and I'm just going to keep doing it because that's where it should be. Well, no, I don't think it should be. Is there any way we could pass as a village something that says, like, then I find other ones like the fire department, you know, and then before you know it, people are putting this stuff in papers that most people don't get. Right now, the Joliet Herald, according to when I called her, said they have less than 800 people in Homer Township and Homer Glen combined, and getting the newspaper delivered. So I called up the Southtown, no, not the Southtown, my mistake. I called the Horizon. They're getting close to 8,000. Now that's quite a difference, from hundreds to thousands. 6,000, 7,000, people different. I mean, or families. I think that maybe we should have something in our rules, regulations, or bylaws, or something that says you have to, wherever the village says, and go to that newspaper, so that our family of neighbors and friends can stay up to breast with some of these tax increases that we keep getting in all of our reports. You know, every time you turn around, every time you go to do something, oh, we're gonna raise the taxes. Oh, it's only .1, point this, point that. Yeah, all these points add up to thousands. All right. I had when you put out, I also stopped, and I got a agenda yesterday, and I was reading through it. This is to no offense from anybody back there, but how come they don't put addresses down on these properties and stuff? You know, other than north of 143rd Street. There's no mailing addresses, or they're not registered with the county or anything? If the addresses aren't put on these? Are these properties big enough that they would be with our standards of including main walks and sidewalks now? You know, it's stuff that you don't explain anything in the agendas and never did, but like you say, someone would give you an idea of what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, they do put them in for some, John, but there's some of them that are big enough that, no, they don't believe.
Well, that's what I say. Don't say it's 5 acres, 2 acres, 10 acres, 100 acres, or a quarter acre. But, you know, it's, you know, you read these things and it's like, well, it won't make sense to me, you know, and plus, how can you compare apples to apples unless you don't, you know, you knew an address or something?
I think we got the pin number.
Yeah, it does have a number on it, but when they say West of King Road, there's really nothing out there, so there's I believe there's still only one house on the property.
The property is currently vacant, so it doesn't have an address, so that's why there wasn't one included on the agenda.
But if you look at the assessor's office on the website, if you pull up that PIN number, that'll tell you exactly where that property is.
And it does have an address according to the assessors. You know, if you have to go through the channels.
Yeah, give you an address, but an address, if there's no address on the street, say the whole block is vacant.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what it is.
Well, then all of it's okay, and you know, you still won't know other than it's on this block. So, anyway, I just, you know, saying, because I was gonna take a look, and I'm thinking, well, what am I gonna be driving around for, because can't see nothing, don't know the address. I thought my cousin lived on King Road, we lived down a few blocks, and when he lived there, there were periodically houses, so in between them, you would think that they have a mailing address. Well, maybe I'll take a ride, see if there's a mailbox out there. Thank you.
You're welcome, John. That's it for public comment. So we will get into legislation and action items. First one, is there a motion to approve the attached 2017 meeting calendar for the Village Board, Plan Commission, and Village Committees? So moved. Trustee Costa.
I'll second.
Trustee Caprio. Is there any discussion?
The only concern I had is the meeting on the December the 27th, is the village hall meeting, it's right after staff has off for 2 consecutive days, and I just think that's a lot, because I know how much time it goes into putting these packets in, and I think that should either be canceled or moved. I just don't see how they're going to be able to put a packet together on Friday the 22nd, because we all know so much happens between that time. So I would propose eliminating the meeting on the 27th.
I would agree.
Do we have a consensus here?
I'm good with it. Now, rather than December of next year.
Yeah, usually we do cancel that.
We usually do cancel it, but we have to schedule, I think we usually schedule it just in case we need to, you know, in case we have to have a meeting.
Right. We just leave it in there and then we cancel like we did this year.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I just think it's a lot of pressure on the week of the 18th for them to not know if we're not having a meeting on the 27th.
Well, most of the time after Christmas, if we're having a meeting, it's due to an emergency. So normally we do leave it on, and normally we don't have the meeting after Christmas. Because like you said, between the time off and just the season, a lot of people aren't interested in coming to them.
So let's call it tentative, call it a day.
Yeah. That sounds fine. Okay? All right. Well, you have to call a roll. We didn't really vote on anything, we just all agreed that the village.
No motion done yet.
Right, but, so all it is it will be left open. If there's nothing that comes up that's an emergency, we'll have a meeting. We won't have a meeting. So, roll call, please.
Trustee Mansky-Turkey?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers? Aye. Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye. Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-055, an ordinance accepting certain public improvements, roadway pavement, and curb and gutter in the Evelyn's Gate subdivision? It is understood this ordinance only accepts the noted improvements on Sid Creek Drive, Blue Mag Road, Annie Court, Sandy Bank Court, and Green Lair Drive.
I so move.
Trustee Sweet,
A second.
Trustee Caprio. Is there any discussion?
We're definitely not doing Circle Park Road until that's all been complete and inspected.
There's a little bit of storm sewer work which definitely affects the road there. So as soon as that is done, then we can bring that forward.
By like late spring, summer?
Hopefully sooner than that. I mean, it would be side yard work and rear yard work. But I did talk to the developer and he's got according to him, he's got the material in. He just needs to get out there and actually have it installed.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers? Aye. Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Mansky-Turkey?
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-056, an ordinance accepting certain public improvements, roadway pavement, curb and gutter in the Evelyn Gate North subdivision? It is understood this ordinance only accepts the noted improvements on Sid Creek Drive, Park Place, and Kildare Street. So moved. Trustee Costa.
I'll second.
Trustee Sweet. Discussion? I would say the only thing that we have in discussion there is, as for the snow plowing, because they took them over, the one spot that he has the bungalows where he has the alley, that is the only thing that's, they're not going to take over. The residents are going to have to make sure that's clean. It's a private road. So, roll call, please.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Mansky-Turkey?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers? Aye.
Motion carries. 4. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-057, an ordinance accepting certain public improvements, roadway pavement, and curb and gutter in the Stonebridge Woods subdivision? It is understood the ordinance only accepts the noted improvements on Stonebridge Drive, south of Brianne Lane, Wildwood Lane, Otha Farm, Lakewood Path, and Stonebridge Woods Crossing.
So move.
Trustee Caprio.
I'll second.
Trustee Sweet. Is there discussion? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers? Aye. Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Mansky-Turkey?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 5, is there a motion to approve resolution number 16-011, a resolution approving a full release of the remaining development guarantee for the Richards Building Supply Development in the amount of $31,156.44. So moved. Trustee Costa.
Second.
Trustee Caprio. Discussion?
I just have a quick question, Mike. The piece of property where they had the drainage issue, you said everything has been corrected. Is there any plans to do anything more with that, or is it going to just stay?
Ultimately, yeah, I believe that's a residentially zoned property. Ultimately, at one point, they were thinking about putting a house on that, but I don't think they have any immediate plans for it. At least that we're not aware of.
So we're all squared away with everything for
Correct.
release, this, everything looks good.
Yes.
Any other questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Mansky-Turkey?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers? Aye. Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Motion carries. There's 3 motions for the board's consideration on this one. We're going to do them all separate. Okay. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-058, an ordinance granting a map amendment rezoning from R2 single-family residential to E2 single-family residential, rural residential. Chapter 220-603 and Attachment 1, Table 1B, Site and Structure Bulk Requirements for Residential Districts of the Code of the Village of Homer Glen. Is there a motion?
I so move.
Trustee Sweets,
A second.
Trustee Rogers, discussion?
Can I just clarify on that, the consolidation from the R2 to the E2, that total lot consolidation is going to be one lot of 8.9?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Mansky-Tracey?
Aye.
2, is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-059, an ordinance granting approval of a variance to allow a lot width of 297 feet in lieu of the 300 feet required in the E2 single-family rural residential district, Chapter 220, zoning, Attachment 1, Table 1B, site and structure bulk requirements for residential districts of the Code of the Village of Homer Glen.
I so move.
Trustee Sweets,
A second.
Trustee Caprio, is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Mansky-Tracey?
Aye.
Motion carries. And 3, is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-060, an ordinance approving a plat of consolidation? So moved. Trustee Costa,
Second.
Trustee Caprio, discussion?
Mayor, is the petitioner in the audience? Oh, okay. You are aware that the tree ordinance applies to that piece of property and everything like that too? Okay.
Any other questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Mansky-Tracey?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye. Number 7, is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-061, an ordinance granting a special use permit for a commercial stable in the A1 Agricultural District, Chapter 220-502B3 of the Code of Village of Homer Glen, subject to the condition that any future stable must comply with the 350-foot setback from a residential property line for the property commonly known as 13728 South Bell Road, Homer Glen, Illinois.
I so move.
Trustee Sweet. Second. Trustee Costa. Any discussion?
I do have a couple of questions or comments. Is the petitioner in the audience? No?
I don't see that.
Okay. Okay, for the record, make sure, because I want to make sure, my question was, there is a stable less than 350 feet away, but they said they would only use it to store hay. So we want to make sure that's noted, that they cannot use it for horses. I wanted to know how many horses and were they planning, and yeah, I know they had basically unlimited, but in about Way Street, Millville too.
Isn't that stated in the body of the...
Well, they said it in the planning commission, but you want to make sure that it is part of our minutes.
And then, I'm sorry, Trustee, are you done? Trustee Sweet, are you done?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, I went first too. And with the agenda supplement sheet, I'm sure that the individual, the owner is aware that the horse track is half and half from the rest of the property, right? And that section, that's the comment property, that's out of the village limits anyway, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know. Is this something that we should wait on, or?
Well, I think the planning commission minutes can be incorporated in it.
As
That's
part
what
of-
I was
It's
reading.
part of it. And in that it says, I believe in a row C.
46, there's 46 stalls, is what it says, right?
Total, right, but I don't know if that, and they said, even though it's rated as a commercial stable, it was only supposed to be private for family and friends, and that they were not going to rent out stalls.
I think that was their initial plan. They didn't want to limit themselves, is they needed the commercial designation anyway for the stable. So initially, the applicant told me that they would be using it for family and friends, but they didn't want to sort of shut the door on being able to rent out stalls in the future.
It kind of concerns me that they're not here when we have so many different things that, discussion.
But they are aware that if they're going to rent those out, they have to come back. Do they have to?
Yeah, for that north stable, if they do want to use it, they would have to petition the plan commission and you guys for a variance for the distance.
Okay, great, thank you. Any other questions? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Costa.
Aye.
Trustee Caprio.
Aye.
Trustee Rogers.
Aye.
Trustee Suisse.
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Chouwaki.
Motion carries. Number 8. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 16-062, an ordinance granting approval of a variance to allow a kennel to be 340 feet from the location of the proposed kennel to the property line of the residential zoning district in lieu of the required 500 feet. Chapter 220, 502A, 1 of the Code of the Village of Homer Glen for certain real property located at 14444 West 151st Street in Homer Glen, Illinois. Case number HG 1631V, Gabriela Lamorte. So moved. Trustee Costa and Trustee Rogers. Discussion.
Well, I don't think even though the minimum is 500 feet, but that is from the property line, so I don't think it's that much of a waiver because it is, the 340 feet is up to the property line, the 500 feet is if you measure it to the house. So it pretty much has the distance. It's not like we're giving a huge waiver for this. And I understand these are internal, inside runs in kennels. They're not going to be housed outside. So that should affect the residents.
No. Any other questions?
There was no resident feedback at the planning today.
Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Rogers.
Aye.
Trustee Suisse.
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Chouwaki.
Aye.
Trustee Caprio.
Aye.
Trustee Costa.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 9. Is there a motion to approve a waiver from section 83-46 of the Code of the Village of Homer Glen prior to the fulfillment of the 6-month wait period for an issuance of a liquor license for eligibility to apply for a video gaming license for Steamer's Restaurant contingent upon receipt of the state gaming license?
So moved.
Is there a second? Trustee Caprio.
I'm sorry, you second?
Second.
Thank you.
Trustee Costa. Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Caprio.
Aye.
Trustee Costa.
Aye.
Trustee Rogers.
No.
Trustee Suisse.
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Chouwaki.
Aye.
Motion carries. 10, intergovernmental agreement with West County. Is there a motion to approve an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Homer Glen and West County Dispatch Center for the purchase of radio equipment and annual payment for user fees? So moved. Trustee Costa.
I'll second.
Trustee Chouwaki. Is there discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Costa.
Aye.
Trustee Caprio.
Aye.
Trustee Rogers.
Aye.
Trustee Suisse.
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Chouwaki.
Aye.
Motion carries. Just so everyone knows on that one, they're changing the way they're doing the police, fire department, and EMA. So it'll make it a lot easier for us. John, do you have anything else besides that?
No, pretty much covers it.
Okay. Number 11. Is there a motion to approve PRI's October invoices for professional services related to the Master Park Development Plan for the village's Heritage Park in the amount of $21,267.50.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Caprio, Trustee Costa, discussion? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Turkey?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 12, is there a motion to approve resolution number 16-012, a resolution approving a reduction in the amount of $295,914.91 from the $499,999 letter of credit for the Evelyn's Gate subdivision? It is understood that approval of this reduction will result in $204,084.09 will be remaining in the letter of credit.
So moved.
Trustee Costa?
Second.
Trustee Rogers, discussion?
Has all the invoices that's stated here, all the work is complete and approved?
Yeah, outside of the item that Mike mentioned earlier with that small amount, so yes, we have the invoices.
Okay.
Okay. Any other? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Nancy Turkey?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve the village's final professional services invoice for Village Hall renovations to True Contracting, Inc. in the amount of $222,059.64?
I so move.
Trustee Sweet?
Second.
Trustee Costa? Any discussion?
Just one comment here. All the final waivers are incorrect. We have record that all the final waivers are there.
Yes, we did.
Okay, thank you. Do you know if everyone's been paid yet that was holding off on our money?
There's a list in the packet of about 5 or 6 contractors that have some balance due. When we pay the contractor, we will close out those balance due.
Okay, we just want to make sure everyone's getting paid on it.
We have those waivers from those contractors.
And now the building's paid for. So number of payments to, very good. Could you please call the roll?
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Turkey?
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any old business? Is there any new business? The next item is executive session. Is there a motion to go into executive session for purposes of discussing litigation 5 ILCS 122C11?
So moved.
Trustee Caprio, second. Trustee Costa. Okay. There will be
No action.
no action following this, so when we come back, all we're going to do is pull the board together and return. So thank you.
I need to call the roll.
Or you, yeah, roll call.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Costa?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers? Trustee Sweet?
Aye.
Trustee Nancy Turkey?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. We're going into executive.